Good morning and good morning to you. Welcome to this Friday episode of Good Morning Tottenham Away. I hope you guys are well. I hope your families are all well and everything's going well for you guys. So the game, finally, we're on the eve of Tottenham Hotspur versus Crystal Palace. 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks since we've seen Spurs last play. It feels like a month. It's been too long. So much football been happening. European games. My God, it's a nightmare, guys, to watch European games and even cup games. You know, domestic cup games, FA Cup. And you're watching on, and and you see the Carabao Cup, and you're not there, and you see the FA Cup, and you're not there. It is a struggle, guys. I'll be honest with you. I had to switch off from it. I watched a little bit of it, but I didn't watch all the matches that were out, especially, BBC One and ITV. They were showing them on all, national TV, and I just couldn't switch on. I couldn't really follow it that much because it pains me for Spurs not to be there, to be out of the competition so early on. And, we're literally not going to be talking about European and domestic cup football for us anyway until next season at the very earliest. But guys, I hope you're all well. So Crystal Palace tomorrow at home. Listen, on the back of that Wolves game, nothing, honestly, we say this every time, but really, truly, nothing but a 3 points will do. But we look at our situation now. Looks like Pedro Porro, it doesn't look like it. It's more than likely that he's going to miss out. He's not quite ready to come back. That means Emerson will start in his place. But the good news is we do have, I have to always caveat because you never know until their teams are announced. Udogie. He's meant to be back, and he will take his place at left back. So we have a nearly. Last time we lost two of our defenders in the full back areas. We recover one. We still await the other. So Udogie takes his place at left back with Porro still out, and Emerson will fill in his absence, leaving obviously Van der Ven and Romero to complete our back four, with of course Vicario just behind them. I know what you're going to say, guys. I know. I one or two already hear you now. When's Dragusin going to get a game? Guys, I don't know. If it were up to me, and I said this even when the two boys were absent for the Wolves game, that I'd have put either Dragusin at right back with Davis at left back, or I would have put Dragusin at centre back with Romero, with Van der Ven at left back. I would have at least played one and not both Emerson and Davis. I would not have played both. I said that from the get-go. So we'll have to see. I can only assume that Dragusin will only replace if one of Romero and Van der Ven, God forbid, are out. So moving on to the midfield, the two that are definitely likely to start will be Maddison, of course, in the number 10 with Sarr. I thought Sarr was probably one of our better notes against Wolves. Listen, against Wolves generally we was quite flat. So hopefully this 2 week break has helped everybody to regalvanise a little bit physically and mentally, and we're good to go come tomorrow. I see Maddison obviously taking his place at number 10. I would definitely start Sarr. I liked his energy in midfield, his box to box, and he covers a hell of a lot of ground. You definitely notice him when he's not in the team and when he is in the team. So I would 100% include him in that starting 11, and that leaves one spot left in that midfield three. Will it be taken by Bentancur or will it be taken by Bissouma? Neither of them are having an absolute great time. For my preference, and this is purely my preference, I'd love to know what you guys think in the comments below. Let me know who you would go with, not just in midfield but all over the team. Let me know. But in this particular case, I would be more inclined to go with Bentancur. It's just a preference of mine. I prefer him as a player. Listen, I like Bissouma as well. I do. Listen, but if it comes down to one of them, Bentancur, I just think he's a little bit more silkier on the ball, and the transition from defence and attack with him in midfield is a lot more smoother, although he hasn't proved that of late. So form obviously hasn't been the greatest, but interesting to see what you guys think. But I'd be more inclined, at least from the start, to start with Bentancur. Your thoughts on that one, guys? And that leaves the forward line. Kulusevski, I believe, is starting ahead of Brennan Johnson. I just think Brennan Johnson, for now at least, has a better impact coming on. Oh, whatever that was. Has a better impact coming on as a sub than so for as a start. But also, Kulusevski, I still think is the better option on the right-hand side. I know many of you are not massive Kulusevski fans. Some of you are. I am. I think he's a really good player. I really do. I think whenever there's chances to be created, he's popped up with a goal here and there as well this season. But also, I feel like every time there's a chance created within the team, he's at the centre. He's pretty much at the centre of it all. And for that reason, I'd start him ahead of Brennan Johnson. Next season is next season, but for now, he's the best option that we have on the right wing / forward line. Middle of the pitch, centre forward, number 9. Richarlison looks like he's struggling with an injury. There's nothing out there that's clearing that if he's going to miss tomorrow's game or not. Will he be start or not, or will he be kept as precautionary out of the team? So Richarlison could be out for tomorrow's game. We're just away from the announcement, really, or if that is going to be the case. If that is indeed the case, then Son could be going back to as the role that he started with this season in the number 9 role. Listen, I much prefer Son to play through the middle. In all honesty, that's not to knock what Richarlison has done up to now. I think Richarlison has done a good job. He's scored the goals. There's no two ways about it. He's more than chipped in with his fair share of goals. But I feel like the all-round contribution. If he's not scoring goals, what does he bring to the team? That's the part that I prefer Son in, because Son does give us the goals, but he gives us a whole lot more in terms of contributing with the play of the team, in the build-up play and linking up the play. I feel he's more of an all-rounder in that position. Let me know your thoughts. If you agree or disagree, put it in the comments. I'm really interested to see and read what you guys have to say about that, and of course all the other positions in the team. And of course, if that is the case and we don't start with Richarlison, we go with Son number 9, that leaves the left hand side. Who do we go with there? Do we go with Brennan Johnson, put him there, or do we go with Timo Werner? I mean, it picks itself for me. I will start with Timo. If Richarlison's definitely out, Son's playing for the middle. For me, Timo gets the nod on the left hand side. Guys, that's the team. That's the predicted team for tomorrow. Look forward to hear if there's any updates leading up towards the game. It was always a stress because, like I said, we were flat against Wolves. So I've really looked to see a real galvanised team. Had some time off now, so hopefully get out of the blocks early and really get at Palace and with the massive support from the fans who will be in loud voice. I'm hoping to get not only a really good win with goals, but a convincing display. I'm more focused on the performance on the side. I really want to be speaking at the end of the 100 minutes that Spurs played really well. That's what I'm looking forward to. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to check out Stel and Matt, who will be on at 5 p.m. today. Make sure they'll be going on live. I might be popping on that as well. So make sure you tune in for that. And I'll be speaking to you guys soon. As always, forever always, it's come on you Spurs.